Welcome to the podcast, Wake Up Humans with Steve Judson.
All right, so I knew that this was going to happen. In our last episode, we were talking about creating your outcome and knowing your outcome and what you're looking to achieve before you go into anything in life, especially as we start setting out on new goals and visions and trying to create basically a greater, better, more abundant life for ourselves. And I knew this was going to happen. People have been messaging me and private messaging me what I call the yeah buts. Okay? So they want to do this. So they want. But, and then they list reasons why they can't. They list the things that in life are holding them back from achieving the things they want, the things they want to create. And part of this, I have to call bullshit on. Some people just don't want to put in the damn work. And this is something I've seen with doctors that I've worked with around the country, around the world. And they want to create a practice of their dreams. But a lot of them don't want to get up early. They don't want to stay at work late. They want to take vacations before they've put the work in. They want time off before they've achieved what they think they really want. So they start listing their excuses and their yeah buts, the things that are holding them back or the external world things that are preventing them from doing what perhaps someone else is doing they want to achieve, or they think it came easier for someone, or they had help from somebody, whatever bullshit excuse they're making. And sometimes when I get things like this, I turn to the most amazing book, Wake Up Humans, by yours truly, Steve Judson. And on page 115, there's a paragraph here that says, the problem with life is that there is no top. You fight to climb, and you don't know when you'll be able to stop. It can seem overwhelming and insurmountable because there is no end in sight, no end in mind, no place where you get to stop and rest. On the other hand, this is also a great thing because it defies us to create limitations. There is always room for growth. So we know there's always room for growth. People want to grow until it's time to put in the damn work. The other problem, continuing in this book, Wake Up Humans, the other problem is that too many of us are trying to make the climb with a lot of weight dragging us down. We are holding on by our fingertips with a bunch of extra baggage loaded on our shoulders. Whatever you think is holding you back, face it. I tell people to finish reading this section and then put the book down and then look at themselves right in the mirror and say, I'm not letting this stuff hold me back anymore. So here's the deal. Imagine going through life and you're given a backpack at the age of 3. And every now and again, there's a memory or something that impacts you either positively or negatively. But a lot of times people tend to carry the negative shit. And you throw a rock in the backpack. And every year you graduate from first grade to second grade and third grade. And every negative experience, you throw those rocks in the backpack. And you wake up and you're in high school. And this backpack's getting heavy. But you're not allowed to empty it. And every negative experience, you're just throwing these rocks in the backpack. And then we grow up and we start to learn and have vision and we listen to amazing podcasts like this and we want to grow. But man, the climb is heavy. Because every time we take 10 steps forward, the backpack gets heavy. The backpack of emotions and life experience and things we experienced. We're programmed to look at the negative things that stop us in our tracks emotionally. And it just gets heavy because we've been carrying them through our life. Now, what if we were able to empty those things out and we're able to move forward in life with less weight on our shoulders? What would that be like? And one of the things I did growing up, a tool I learned from somebody, I don't know who, is before I left the house in the morning, I would put a glass of water on the back of the toilet. And as my day went on, and if a negative thought or some stinking thinking came to my mind, I would visualize that thought, that emotion, that thing plopping into that water on the back of the toilet. And it was amazing how many things would come to mind, and I'd have to stop myself and go through the exercise of throwing it into the glass on the back of the toilet. And then at night before I went to bed, we would take the glass of water with all the shit inside of it that I put in there throughout my day, and I would dump it down the toilet and flush it. Now listen, this may sound corny or odd, but try it. Because here's the deal. If you sat down and you wrote out goals and things that you wanted to do, and you realize you're rewriting things from the year before and the year before, 100% guarantee you that as you start on the journey, there's an emotion or a memory or something popping up that's stopping you in your tracks. And then it creates the should have experience where I should have done this, I should have done that, or I can, or I could have, or the yeah, but. And we yeah, but ourselves out of moving forward, and we wake up in February and nothing's changed. So this is where you have to plant your feet and say, I am not letting this stuff hold me back anymore. And the big exercise is figuring out what that stuff is. Do the glass of water exercise and watch what pops up. Share your experiences with us. Go ahead and private message us. Go to our Instagram at Dr. Steve Judson and go ahead and shoot us messages. A bunch of you have been doing it already, which is pretty cool. Gets the wheels turning. But it's also helping give people more action steps. And we could go ahead and find out the blocks that are holding people back in life from building the dream and the life that they want. And we were discussing that in January, we're going to run a workshop here at the office in Newington, where we're going to work through some vision casting and goal setting. But one of the biggest things we have to learn is how to get in state to create that and not let our emotions hold us back. Plain and simple. And then when you wake up and you realize, as I say on page 116 of Wake Up Humans, the shit I've had to face made me who I am. It created me. A lot of people's stories read something like this. If only that thing hadn't happened, then I could be happy. Or if I only hadn't screwed up so badly that one time, then things would be normal. And then the simple story becomes poor me. And I'm here to tell you it's time to get your head out of your ass. Take responsibility for your life, because no one really cares enough to really do it for you. You're going to have to step up, look yourself in the mirror and say, I ain't going down no more, Rocky Balboa. I ain't putting up with this anymore. I'm going to face my fears. I'm going to face my dilemmas, and I'm going to empty this backpack and flush it down the toilet. And when we're able to do that, and we're able to piece out our vision, one line at a time, and stand in front of the mirror and smile and say, I'm doing it. No matter how high that mountain goes that we think it's never coming, let me tell you, you'll get to the top of that mountain. I've been there. But one of the things you'll realize is as you stand on the top of one peak, you're going to look across and see one that's higher. And that's God's way of telling you there's more inside of you. You've got more. Our patients will ask us, hey, doc, how you doing? And we say, near perfect. And they laugh, near perfect. Because we don't know what perfect is. None of us ever reach perfection. I like to say when we meet our maker, we'll find out what that perfection is, or perhaps that journey is the divine perfection. But for now, we're near perfect, working on divine, one day at a time, becoming a better me. And I'm here to tell you, you can become a better you. Empty the backpack, baby. Flush it down the toilet. Embrace your new you. Don't be afraid to scream in the mirror, new me. New man, new woman. And it's time to wake up, smile, and live with passion, baby. When we live with passion and then we discover the principle of living above, down, inside out, you get that atlas clear, you free up over 450 million nerve fibers connecting the brain and body, and your nervous system is functioning to its fullest potential. We become an artist of our own life. And we start steering our own ship and realizing that the ultimate principle of love is actually guiding the ship through the God himself, baby. And when you get yourself away from that fear and that past, and those stones are shed, and you shed the husks that have been burdening you your entire life, and you get clear, you become unstoppable. Unstoppable in your own mind, and that's all that matters. And life just gets easier, more abundant, and blessed. So you know what you got to do. Start today with the glass of water on the back of the toilet. And when the stinking thinking comes in, stop yourself and visualize it going into that glass. And before you put your head down to go to sleep, you praise the Lord and get grateful for this day. And you dump that down the toilet and you wash it away. And you say, thank you, thank you, thank you. And you wake up and do it all over again. Until one night you'll come home and say, man, I didn't put anything in the glass today. And you get grateful for being truly blessed because you put the work in and the effort, one day at a time. So go ahead and like this video, share this video, this audio. It's not a video. You can't see me, but man, I'm looking good. I'm feeling good. Do what you got to do. Click, like, share, 5-star, I am, whatever those things these people are doing in this world of podcasting. I don't know, man, but I know the message is good. And I know it could shape people's lives to be a better version of themselves, which will make the world a better place. God bless you and go crush it.
You've been listening to Wake Up Humans with Steve Judson. To get Steve's books, Wake Up Humans and Atlas Adjusted, just visit Amazon. The Wake Up Humans podcast is a copyright of Steve Judson. Be sure to look up other episodes. Wake Up Humans will educate, inspire, and bring you clarity. Thanks for listening to Wake Up Humans with Steve Judson. Visit wakeuphumans.org.